morning, dear children. Welcome to the second session of history. So, you remember the name of the lesson, right? Yeah, it is Advent of Europeans. So, Europeans came to India. Okay, this lesson is about that only. We are going to see the list of Europeans. So, you all know that Europe is a continent. Okay, so one of the continent. So, people from Europe are called as Europeans, right? And we just know about the British alone because since we are in Chennai, we know that British ruled India for more than 200 years. So not only British, we have several people from this Europe. That is not only British, that followed by this Portuguese you have, then you have this Dutch you have, then you have this French you have. So they all just ruled. Okay, they came to India for trade purpose only. So you know that history is nothing but story of the past. So we all come to know this from this sources. Okay, so this you would have seen in your first session. So there are actually two kinds of sources. Okay, so that is your written sources and material sources. Okay, from the written sources, we can just know that the wealth of India was the main thing which attracted this Europeans. Okay, so wealth of India was the main thing which attracted the Europeans, and even you would have studied about Mr. Anandarangam, who was translator in Pondicherry. Okay, for the French. Okay, this and all you would have seen in the previous session, and also about this archives you have no. So National Archives, which is located in Delhi, and Tamil Nadu Archives, which is located in Madras. So these are all from this written sources. And from this material sources, that is from the painting, statues, all we gain a lot of knowledge. Okay, we gain a lot of history, etc. And if you take this historical buildings like example St. Francis Church at Cochin and St. Louis Fort at Pondicherry and Fort St. George, okay, at Chennai. So we all get this information. And coins also, they give a lot of administrative history. Okay, so these were all the topics which was covered in the previous first session. Now here we are going to see about this Advent of Europeans. So in this Advent of Europeans, first we are going to see about this Portuguese. Okay, Portuguese means the people who came from Portugal. So Portugal is a country, the continent of Europe. Okay, and you know that the city Lisbon is the capital city of this Portugal. Okay, so this Portuguese, okay, they came to India for trade purpose only. Now, why this Portuguese were very important? Because they were the first people who just discovered a sea route, land route between land route to India. But after this Constantinople, today's Istanbul, was captured by the Turks in 1453. So the land route was closed. This Portuguese were started. They were the first people who just wanted to who found a sea route. Okay, so they were dynamic people who just explored. They came to India. They were the first who came to India through sea route. Okay, so at that time in Portugal, Prince Henry was there. He encouraged. Okay, he encouraged his countrymen to just go and explore through the sea routes, etc. And he also is known as he was also called as the navigator. Okay, Prince Henry of Portugal was called as the navigator. And next is Bartolomeu Dias. He also was a Portuguese sailor, and in 1487 he reached the southernmost tip of Africa. Okay, from Africa he wanted to come to India. Okay, next is Vasco da Gama. Okay, Vasco da Gama, he also is a Portuguese sailor. Okay, Vasco da Gama, he also started through the sea route only, sailor only. Okay, he also started coming to India, and he just reached Africa, southernmost tip of Africa he reached, and from Mozambique is a country in Africa. From Mozambique he reached India. Okay, so first time Vasco da Gama came to India in the year 1498. That was his first voyage to India. Okay, and he came to India at 1498 and he reached Calicut. Okay, that was his first visit, and there he was cordially received by King Zamorin, who was ruling there. Okay, at Calicut. And next, second time, Vasco da Gama came to India for the second time in 1501. Okay, and this time he came along with his fellow men with 20 ships, and he found a trading center at Cananur. Okay, Kannanur, soon he established his factories at Calicut, Cochin, etc. So this time King Zamorin, he just attacked, okay, but he was defeated. King Zamorin was defeated, and slowly this Portuguese, as I told you, they started setting up these factories, this East India, their Portuguese East India Company, and factories were all set up at this Calicut and Cochin, etc. And this Cochin was the first capital of this Portuguese East India Company. So whichever, like as you have this British East India Company, so whichever European they come, they just have this East India Company. Okay, so that Cochin was the main capital territory. Okay, main center for this Portuguese East India Company. Okay, and next again, Vasco da Gama again came to India in 1524. Okay, so when he came to India in 1524, that time he fell ill and he died. Francisco de Almeida. So remember the names. So first we had this Bartolomé Dias and Vasco da Gama. No? Next is Francisco de Almeida. So be careful with the spellings also. Okay, and that is from 1505 to 1509. Years are very important in history. Okay, so Francisco de Almeida he also belonged to Portugal only. So Portuguese, under Portuguese only we had these names. Okay, and so this Francisco Almeida, he was the first governor who sent to India for this Portuguese possessions in India. Okay, so Almeida's main aim was to gain this naval supremacy in India. So his policy to develop this naval power in India. Okay, so his policy was called as the Blue Water Policy. Okay, so slowly this Portuguese came. Now Arabs also had the Turks and Arabs there through Indian Ocean. Arabs also were coming to India. They had this cordial relations were there between the sultans of Bijapur all. And now this Portuguese, they wanted to break that. Okay, so they wanted to break, and even the sultans of Bijapur, they also did not like. Okay, so what happened due to this, since they wanted to break that Arabs coming through this Indian Ocean, that trade, and when they tried to break that, they had a negative, bad impact actually. So what happened, the locals, the sultans of Bijapur and this, they all joined with this Egypt, Turkey and this Gujarat all know, and they found an alliance between them. Okay, and even they did not like this Portuguese, okay, coming to India. So they just combined together, alliances, they all this combined together, and naval battle, okay, and at a naval battle near Chaul, a place in Maharashtra, was fought, and here Almeida's son was defeated. Okay, he was killed, and then again Almeida, in a naval battle, again with this Muslim power, no. With this Muslim power, okay, this Turkish and this Egypt people, etc. He in a battle near Due, and he attacked them. Okay, Almeida again attacked them, and by the year of 1509, these Portuguese they just gained a good naval supremacy in Asia. The next Portuguese was Alfonso de Albuquerque. So see the spelling, Alfonso de Albuquerque, and he was his reign was from 1509 to 1515. Okay, the real founder of this Portuguese power in India is Alfonso de Albuquerque only. That is, he captured Goa from the Sultan of Bijapur in November 1510. Okay, and again in 1515 he established his authority, that is a Portuguese authority over Omas in Persian Gulf. Okay, and he also encouraged marriages of this Portuguese with his Indian women, and he maintained a good relationship with the Vijayanagar Empire. So the next Portuguese was Nino de Cunha. Nino de Cunha, the year you have to remember, 1529 to 1538. Okay, so earlier I told you which was the territory capital of Portuguese. You remember that? Cochin. Okay, so Governor Nino de Cunha, he moved the capital of this Portuguese from Cochin to Goa in the year 1530. Okay, and in 1534 he just captured this basin near Maharashtra only from Bahadur Shah of Gujarat. Okay, and in year 1537, Diu was, Daman Diu you would have heard, no? Diu was occupied. Okay, and then in the year 1548, Salsette also was taken by the Portuguese. And one remarkable thing is, like in 1556, okay, so the first printing press was set up by this Portuguese at Goa in the year 1556. Okay, and a European writer, he wrote about this Indian medicinal plants, and it was published, okay, in Goa in the year 1563. Okay, so this Portuguese, so slowly they occupied all the places like this. They occupied this Diu, Daman Diu, Salsette, and this Hooghly, and so almost all the places. Okay, Santhome, because everything was just occupied by them. But in this end of the 17th century, they began to decline due to this Dutch. So history is a very interesting subject. Only thing is, you just have to remember this years, okay, years and what and all happened. Okay, so this is the important thing. Like history is nothing but the story of the past, you know. So in the story of the past means definitely you must know the years, right? So just keep the years in mind. So this Portuguese, so you have to remember the names, okay, the important names. So Portuguese is Vasco da Gama, Francisco de Almeida, Alfonso de Albuquerque, and Nino de Cunha. So as I told you, write these names and see one or two times. If you write it, it becomes easy for you. And next is Dutch. So Dutch means belongs to which country? Yeah, Netherlands. And the capital city of Netherlands, today's capital city of Netherlands is like Amsterdam, Rotterdam, all you would have heard. Okay, so all this Europe map, if you could see, you can see these countries. And now next, where this, after this, we are going to study about this Dutch. Okay, so as I told you, every European country had this East India Company like this you have, no? So in 1602, okay, so the United East India Company of Netherlands was set up. Okay, so and they just from this government, they got the sanction to trade in this East India. And when they arrived India, so Masulipatanam, you should have heard in Andhra Pradesh, Machilipatanam they call, okay, in this Andhra slang. So they set up their first factory at Masulipatanam in 1605. And slowly they started capturing this Amboina, that is near Indonesia, okay. So Amboina from this Portuguese in 1605, and also they captured this Nagapattinam also. Okay, Nagapattinam also they captured from this Portuguese, and their first capital territory was Pulicat. Okay, so after that they shifted their capital territory from this Pulicat to Nagapattinam in 1690. Okay, so and if you see this. The important commodities which they traded, this Dutch were like cotton, silk, and this opium. So all these were trading was done on these commodities and spices, all these. That black pepper, they got that monopoly for this black pepper and all the other spices all. Okay, and one more thing is like in this throughout this 17th century, there was rivalry between this British and also these two Europeans, that is Portuguese. You have seen, no? Now these Dutch also rivalry was just continuing between this. And one incident, that is in 1623. Okay, an incident happened, that is where this Dutch, they cruelly killed this 10 English traders and 9 Japanese. Okay, so this what happened, due to this incident, there was much rivalry more gained between this British, that is English we call, no, British, and this Dutch. Okay, and what happened in this, they were defeated in 1759 by the English in the Battle of Badera. In 1759, in the Battle of Badera, they were defeated, and like by the 1795, by the end of this year, all they were completely wiped out by this English. Okay, so capital territory was Pulicat, shifted to Nagapattinam. So this Dutch in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so Pulicat, this Dutch made Pulicat as their settlement. Pulicat is this Palverkadu, okay, in 1610. Okay, and diamonds were exported from Pulicat to other western countries all. Okay, and also they built a fort. These Dutch people built a fort at Pulicat in 1613 that was called as Fort Geldria. Okay, and their other possessions were this Nagapattinam, Kadalur, all these coastal areas, etc. Okay, next is the British. So British, you have lot of years here. So many years are there for you to remember. So listen carefully. Okay. So British, English, okay, UK, you all know that. So on 31st December 1600, okay, Queen Elizabeth, okay, Queen Elizabeth of England granted a charter to the governor and company of merchants of London, okay, London to trade with this East Indies. Okay, East Indies means come to India and have a trade. Okay, the company was headed by so many officers, and Captain Hawkins, he came to India. He came to India to like visited Jahangir's court like in 1608 to get certain concessions for the company, and also he wanted to set up a factory at Surat, but he was not given this permission. The reason was it was like pressure from this Portuguese. Okay, and then in the year 1612, okay, Captain Thomas Best inflicted a defeat over Portuguese at Surat. Then in 1613, a factory was set up at Surat, because after that permission was given by Jahangir. Okay, after this Captain Thomas Best inflicted a defeat over this Portuguese near Surat only. So then the permission was given. So factory was set up at Surat in 1613. Okay, and in the year 1614 also, Captain Nicholas Downton also he defeated this Portuguese. Okay, and then in a naval battle only. Then in 1615, okay, Sir Thomas Roe was sent by King James I of England, and was sent by King James I of England to Jahangir's court. Okay, so there Sir Thomas Roe he for consecutive 3 years he was there. He stayed in Agra, and after that, before he could depart means before he could start to his country, and he just ended up with a commercial treaty with the emperor, and before he could depart, he also this English East India Company, they also set up this factories at Surat, Agra, Ahmedabad, etc. And now about our Chennai. Okay, Chennai was called as Madrasapattinam, you all know that, no? So Francis Day, an English merchant, obtained Madras, okay, Madras as a lease from a ruler of Chandragiri, that is from Andhra side only, okay, Chennappa Nayak, okay. So, and then this British, if you take this Bay of Bengal, this coastline, they set up factories in 1611 at Masulipattnam also, okay. And King Charles, okay, King Charles, he obtained island of Bombay, okay, as a dowry from Portuguese, in his marriage with Catherine, okay. And as I told you, factories were established at Surat, Ahmedabad, all these places, and even at Masulipattnam also, okay. So these were all these English people were doing. And one more thing is in the year 1690, okay, 1690 a factory also was set up, was built at Sutunati, okay, and Sutunati, and then the Zamindari system of these three villages, Sutunati, Kalikata, and this Govindapur was acquired by the British in the year 1698. Okay, the village, the factory was, and these three villages later grew up into the city of Kolkata, okay, Calcutta. And next, in 1690, factory was set up at Sutunati, no, that was fortified in the year 1696, and this fortified settlement was called as Fort William in 1700 actually. Okay, and one more thing is the British also built this fort, Saint Fort George in Madras. Okay, it was the first ever fort built by the British Secretariat office. We have no Fort Saint George in Chennai. Okay, so that was one of the remarkable thing which we have to remember. Okay, and so till this British were all ruling, and after this Battle of Plassey in 1757 and this Battle of Buxar in this 1764, these British people were all ruling. Okay, till 1858 they were ruling India. After that, India came under the direct administration of this British crown. So you just have to remember a lot of years here, like from 1600, no? So you have lot of years till this 1858. You have lot of years. Just remember this year. So we have just seen a lot of years. Just see this entertainment video. Okay, children. So next is Danish. Danish means from Denmark, which is the capital city of Denmark. Today's capital city is Copenhagen. Okay, so people from Denmark were known as Danish. Okay, so here it's like on March 1616, king of this Denmark, Christian IV, he issued a charter. Okay, he issued a charter and found this Danish East India Company. Okay, and this Danish, their first settlement was at Tranquebar in Tamil Nadu in 1620. That is, Tranquebar is near Nagapattinam only. Okay, and in Bengal, a place called Serampore. Okay, in the year 1676 actually, 1676, 1620 at Tranquebar and 1676 at Serampore. And Serampore at Bengal was their headquarters actually of this Danish. And these Danish were there, but they lost all their, they sold all their settlements to the English in 1845. French, people of France are known as French. So capital city of France, is Paris. Okay, so the French East India Company was formed in 1664 by Colbert. He was a minister of King Louis XIV. Okay, King Louis XIV, and the first French expedition came to India in the year 1667 under this Francois Caron. Okay, so Caron, he just established his first French factory at Surat. Okay, in the year 1667, and next in the year 1669, Markara, okay, he established a French factory at Masulipatanam. Okay, and next in the year 1673, okay, Pondicherry, settlement Pondicherry was established under this Martin, under a grant from this Sher Khan Lodi, who was ruler of Bijapur. Okay, Pondicherry was the important French settlement in India. Okay, and also you have this St. Louis Fort, which was built by Martin. Okay, this is very important. And in the year 1673, okay, the French also got permission from Shaista Khan, who was a Mughal Zubedar, to establish a township at Chandranagur. Okay, establish a township at Chandranagur. If you see this French settlements, so they were mostly in this coastal areas like Mahe, Karaikal, Qasim Bazar, etc. Okay, and this French rule was further reinforced by the appointment of Sir Joseph Francois Dupleix as a governor of this French East India Company in 1742. He succeeded Dumas as the French governor of Pondicherry. So children, we have come to this end of this session, and so first, if you see this Portuguese, no, they were eliminated by the Dutch. Okay, and after that they were later extinguished by this British, and so the left people were only French. Okay, but this other Europeans, if you see, they just came. Why did they come to India? They just came for this trade only. Okay, this is the basic concept you should know, for trade purpose only. The wealth, okay, India was the wealth of India attracted them. So, but these French people, they weren't like interested in this trade. They were just entangled with this wars. Okay, so this three Carnatic wars, and due to this three Carnatic wars, the French they just went down, and this regenerated this English. Okay, so regenerated this English, and they had this territorial expansions. Okay, so. And if you see this English people, their commercial competitiveness and supreme sacrifice, government support, national character, and the naval superiority. Okay, these were the reasons. Okay, which made them to establish throughout India. And one more confusion, children, which usually you have is like, you shouldn't think like after this in this advent of Europeans, after this Portuguese, the Dutch came. It isn't like that. So all these Europeans, they ruled at one time. They were ruling at the same times. Like suppose French means, you can see in this coastal regions they were ruling, and if you see British means throughout India. Okay, and if you see this Portuguese, mostly in the western part you can find them. Okay, and Dutch means eastern part. So they were coming, they were just ruling at, they were just at different parts. They were just making their settlements at different parts. It's not like that after this Portuguese, these Dutch came, it isn't like that. So they were like different parts of India. They were all making their settlements. So this lesson is very important, and it's not that tough. Only thing is, you just have to remember. So the name of the lesson is Advent of Europeans, right? So what are the Europeans who came? Who were the Europeans who came? So Portuguese, Dutch, British, Danish, French, like that. No, and who were the important personalities, and where these people made their settlements. No, French means finally Pondicherry comes into your mind. No, British means this Fort St. George, Madras, like that. So those important places and this years you have to remember. Now, if you take this Portuguese, you have this Vasco da Gama. So all these names you just have to remember. Apart from this, it's a very easy lesson. So contact us in case of any doubts. Have a very great day, children. Thank you.